Hello, I'm Victor Rallo Jr. and I'm here with Massimo Piccin from Poderi Sapaio. Poderi Sapaio is a winery in Bolgheri, which is coastal Tuscany, kind of central Tuscany, very close to the sea. And we were together this August, and there was a heat wave in Italy this August, and there was a lot of concern about the harvest and about the quality of the grapes undergoing such heat stress. And in fact, when I was there in late August, they started to harvest Merlot, and it was like 1 or 2 weeks early for them to harvest Merlot. And I just want to know, how did the harvest go, and what do you think?
Yeah, it's true, Victor. We had a very difficult harvest, 2011, and we had to make a very hard job to have a good result at the end. So it was very hot, especially the last 15 days of August, and so the maturation, especially Merlot, was not really well balanced. So we have to select a lot.
So now that the wine has undergone its initial fermentation and it's in barrels, have you tasted the wine? And you know, you separate the different varietals and blend them after fermentation. Have you gone through the varietals and tasted them and see how they've evolved or where you think they're going to be?
Yes, listen, it's difficult for me to say in this moment how the wine will be at the end. I know that we made a very deep selection. You know, we keep all the different varietals separated. So of course I'm not very happy about Merlot, but I'm confident with Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc.
And in the DOC of Bolgheri, DOC Bolgheri, the wines like the Bolgheri Superior, what is the minimum amount of, is there a minimum Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot? Is there a blending requirement in those wines?
You know, the Bolgheri appellation, so the regulation is very flexible. So I think I don't remember exactly the percentage, but it should be a minimum of 30% Cab to 80%. So it's very flexible. And from the last vintage, 2011, even 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, 100% Cabernet Franc, and 100% Merlot is allowed. It was not before.
Right. So so if the Merlot is not great and the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Petit Verdot are great,
we can mix, exactly.
And use a little bit of Merlot if you need it.
Exactly. Maybe, yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I have a theory about great wine, and great wine happens in the vineyards. It's all about terroir. It's a French term that has no Italian meaning. And terroir refers to all of the environmental factors that make up wine. So you kind of get what nature gives you. But the true artistry behind great winemaking is abiding by those regulations. And then, when it comes time to blend it, that's where Massimo and your team come together to make great wine. And consistently, you have, and I think 3 or 4 years in a row, the Superiore has Tre Bicchieri. See?
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Yes, but blending is the most, how do you say, it's a very critical activity during the wine production. As you said, working in the vineyards is very important, and in a difficult vintage, if you select the grapes, if you select the best quality, and if you pick up the grapes in the right moment, you can have still a good wine. Of course, a smaller quantity.
Right.
Than usual, than a good vintage.
And they say in Bolgheri it's very difficult to make bad wine, because even in challenging vintages, you know, with selection and so forth, there's usually some good quality out there.
Victor, in Bolgheri, you know, we have a great terroir for international varietals. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and I think the varieties that grow in Bolgheri are very similar to those varieties of Bordeaux, and I've read a lot about it, and they say that the French say maybe the varietals grow better in Bolgheri, but you know the French, they always say, well, we make better wine, we have a longer history.
Of course.
And I don't agree, though. I don't agree.
Well,
I mean, I'm an Italian wine snob. I do drink French from time to time, and so I really love the Bolgheri wines, and I love the great Bolgheri wines, and it's so nice to have you with us today. And I look forward to the newest vintages. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you.